This is Brother Gabar, the Lions Den Kemp. And before I hop into this lesson, I'm going to give all praises to the Most High in their true Hebrew names and in the Hebrew tongue. So, Kal Halayim, Le Yahweh, Bahashemi, Hawashah, Bahashim, Ha Rakah Kodash Ma'amah. That want us to the apostles and elders of GMS. That want us to my elder as well, Harwan. And shalom to you, brothers and sisters, pushing and keeping this truth and faith and sincerity into the end. All right, so hopping right to it, this precept is coming out of the book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 3. And it says, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. All right, so it says, Blessed is he that readeth, and that hear the words of this prophecy, man. You know, because it's truly a blessing to have ears to hear and eyes to see, and to understand and perceive, the things written in these scriptures, man. In faith and in sincerity and in truth. Because a lot of people can open this book and read it and not truly understand what the things written therein means, aka these pastors in these churches, these false camps and so on and so forth, man. So it's a blessing to be able to read these words and understand these prophecies and this wisdom and these parables and the things that's written therein. All right, but it says, Blessed is he that readeth, and that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Because it's one thing to read, but it's another thing to keep the things therein. It's another thing to keep these words, to keep this knowledge and the wisdom, to, keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, because coming to this truth is love is an action word, man. So if you're saying you love Yahweh Shemi Hawashah, that love is an action word. So you're gonna show that love by your works. You're gonna keep the things written therein, man. You're gonna hearken unto the wisdom of these scriptures, man. The stories of our the prophets before us, man. Our forefathers and foremothers before us. You're gonna keep those cautionary tales, man. You're just gonna hearken unto this book, man, wholeheartedly. You're not just gonna read it and keep going about your life without applying the things which you have read. And another point, it says, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand, man. Because the time is at hand. You see these prophecies and the things popping off. You see the day of the Lord coming, getting closer and closer, man. It says, for the time is at hand. So if you're not doing it now, when you gonna do it? Because you want to hearken now, man. Keep those things therein now, man, while you hearing it, while you got it, while you had that light, so when the day of the Lord come, man, you solid, rather than disregarding it now and then trying to scramble and find it and get rooted, when that day of the Lord is already here, man. By then it's gonna be too late, and that door of grace and repentance is gonna be shut. All right. All right, this is the book of James, chapter 1, starting at verse 22. This is just further on the point I just made. It says, But be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Because like I said, it's one thing to hear this word, but it's another to do, man, to take action. Because that sound doctrine, that trumpet is being blown, man. And that trumpet being blown is a call to action. So if you're hearing that trumpet and you're not taking the appropriate action, man, or the action that's required of you from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, what's the point of even hearing the trumpet? You setting it to naught, man. And the scriptures tell you, but be doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves, man. Because somebody will hear this word and be like, yeah, man, I'm down with y'all Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, da da da. Yeah, keep doing your thing, da da da. Like they hear it, but they're not doing it, man. And ultimately they deceiving their own selves, man, because they don't have no works. And ultimately they don't really have no faith, because your works is gonna back up your faith, man. So if you really believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, if you really believe, this truth, this knowledge of wisdom and understanding of the scriptures, man, your works is gonna back up that belief, man. And deceiving your own selves, because hey, those people who, oh yeah, I believe, but they're not doing anything to show that they believe, man, is that belief really even there? That belief is gonna be thrown to and fro, man. Changing like the tides of an ocean, man, or changing like the wind. All right. I'm going to keep going in the book of James. This is James chapter 2. I'm going to start at verse 14. All right, and it says, "What doeth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he have faith and have not works? Can faith save him?" All right. And then jumping down to verse 17, "Even so faith, if it have not works, it is dead, being alone." All right. So yes, you can have faith in Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, but as I stated, your faith, man, your works is gonna back up your faith, man, and your faith is gonna shine through your works. They go hand in hand. So if you claim you believe in Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, you claim you believe in the knowledge and wisdom of these scriptures, the things written therein, man, your works is gonna show that, you know. And it says, "Even so, faith, if it have not works, is dead, being alone," man. And that's where deceiving your own selves come into play, man, because somebody could claim they have faith, in Yahweh Shem Shai and the things of the scriptures, this knowledge, wisdom, and truth, according to Yahweh Shem Shai, and the prophets. All right, they could claim to have faith in it, but if they works not showing it, man, that faith is dead, being alone. Because you could tell somebody, you could be like, somebody could say, "Oh yeah, I believe in Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Yeah, I know we the Israelites," but still go and eat pork, or still go worship these folly days, or as so on and so forth. That faith is if it have not works, is dead, being alone, man. Because like I said, your works is gonna back up your faith, and your faith is gonna shine through your works, man. And it's that simple. All right. Select it. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 47. All right. And it says, Whosoever cometh to me and heareth my sayings and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and digged deep and laid the foundation on a rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon the house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great. All right. So the Lord says, whoso hearken unto his sayings and doeth them, putting those actions to that faith. All right. It says, he is like a man which built an house and dig deep and laid the foundation on a rock, man. And when you're building houses, man, you want that solid foundation, because if the foundation is corrupted, the whole house is corrupted, so you got to have that solid foundation to build upon, And it says, and when the flood arose and the stream beat vehemently upon the house and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. And that foundation rock that we are set upon is, Yahweh Shai, man, and if we are hearken unto the words of Yahweh Shem Yahshua and the things of these scriptures and do of them, all right, we are like that house that's built upon that solid foundation. And again, that solid foundation being Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently against the house, it could not shake it. So when all hell breaking through to this place, when all hell is breaking loose in this place, through trials and tribulations, persecutions, man, so on and so forth, none of those things will be able to shake those people who have built their house, man, their foundation upon that solid rock, and that solid rock again being Yahweh Shai, man. We will not be able to be shooken, And it says, but he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built a house upon the earth, again, which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell, and the ruin of that house was great, man. And that's literally like you build a foundation on the earth, and it rains real hard, and that foundation shift, because your foundation turned into mud. That your house is not built on a solid foundation, and the only solid foundation is Yahweh Shem Yahshua, man. And you could clearly see 2/3 of our people, right along with these other nations, they do not have a house built on a solid foundation, man. Their foundations are very corruptible, man. These false gods, these false philosophies, these false doctrines, these false beliefs, You know, everything that's promoted here in America, you know, and throughout the world, but primarily here, right in Babylon, man. You know, that is what 2/3 of our people, along with these other nations, foundations are built upon, man. All right, so therefore, when all hell break loose in this place, you know, persecution and every all these prophecies, man, they're gonna their house, their foundation themselves, they're gonna be thrown to and fro with the wind, man. You know, they're gonna be thrown to and fro with that stream that's gonna beat vehemently, man. You know, when Esau come rushing in like a flood, you know, they're gonna be drawn right into that, man, washed away with that flood, man. All right, because they chose not to build a house upon a solid foundation, you know, being Yahweh Shem Yahushua. When it been men of the Lord, you know, proclaiming that this is that solid foundation, man. Hey, this what y'all should build y'all house on right here, you know, and they hearken not. All right. So I'm gonna jump to the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 8. All right. And I'm gonna end it with this one. Book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 8. It says, it's like it. This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. All right. And the main point was, this people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, man. So again, man, primarily, you know, these people in these churches, you know, they'll claim they know the Lord, they honoring the Lord or the so-called Lord with their mouth, you know, and honor of him with his lips, but their heart is far from them, man, because they got a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge. Same thing with these false camps, man. Even some of the ones that have Yahweh Shah, you know, the true names of the Lord, but they still teaching false doctrines, man. You know, all these false camps that'll tell you they Israelites, but still got you calling on JC, you know, like IUIC and so on and so forth, man. You know, they honor the Lord with their they draw nigh to the Lord with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, man. Because ultimately on the inside, you know, they making clean the outside, but the inside is filthy, man. You know, their heart is far from Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. They don't truly know the Lord, you know. They don't truly know Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They being hearers, but not doers, man. You know. And that's how you know, man, like we are the people of this book, you know, because going all the way back to Egypt, you know, when Lord put it on Moses to free us out of the land of Egypt, out of the hand of the Egyptians, man. And you had those Israelites who, you know, was honoring the Lord with their mouth, but then would go back in their tents, you know, and pray to those idols, man. It's the same thing in this day and age. All right, the same thing is happening amongst our people, man. You know, so the main point of this lesson is being a hearer and a doer, man. You know, they coincide. One cannot be without the other, man. If you truly believe and are walking in the steps of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, you know, as a man or a woman of the Lord, man. You know, your faith, your works is gonna back up your faith, and your faith is gonna shine through your works, man. You know, be a hearer and a doer. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.